Well, it is early in the morning still, about 7 in the morning. I left my house about 4:50, and I'm currently chunking through Missouri, but I am on my way to hunt with my buddy Phil in Indiana. Never hunted Indiana. Got my bow in hand. Rifle season is coming, but it's Tuesday. I'm gonna get there this evening, take a look around, hunt Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with a bow in my hand, go from there, and then I can only hunt Saturday, so whether I'll just keep a bow in my hand or pick up a gun, I don't know. But I suspect this is gonna be kind of a tough hunt. I mean, we're hitting it about right. It's November 10th or November 11th today, which is just prime time, pretty much anywhere in the Midwest. And lots of dead deer on the road, so the rut's definitely been going on and continuing to go on. So it's a good time to be anywhere, but I'm gonna head up there and check out Indiana. I've heard it's beautiful country. There was a giant buck that I was going to hopefully be a part of. I don't even know if I would have been able to shoot it, if they would have allowed me to shoot it, but I would have just loved to have been there to even capture the deer alive. But the deer got harvested last week, and so I'll share that picture with you. But nevertheless, I'm excited to get up to Indiana. I'm with my buddy Phil, and just take a look at some new country. So let's get on the road here and get this B&W towing adventure going. Alright, so I made it here in Kentucky. Trying to stay on the edges, try to kind of learn how this land's laid out, how the deer that are on it are using it. A lot of inner wood scrapes. The scrapes are all these real thick stuff, and there's just a couple four-wheeler trails that we go in and out of, and that's where all the scrapes are. So it's really the only way you can walk in there on the property is to walk right on the deer trail. Alright, so it is the morning of November 12th. First day here hunting in Indiana. Got the camera set up overnight. I only had like 2 pictures on those cameras. It's so thick and woolly boogered in there. Unless those deer get on that four-wheeler trail, you're not getting pictures of them. But that being said, they haven't had any pictures of any big ones here all year. So it's a little concerning, but at the same time, like, I'm really open-minded on places like this. I mean, you never know when the next big buck's strolling through. It is the rut. Bucks are already locked down back in Oklahoma, and we're further north here, so I know they're locked down here and just bouncing between one doe and the next. So we're getting in the woods, made a sandwich, got the bog backpack just loaded down, the camera equipment, everything. I get in there and get that set up, but planning on sitting all day long today, see what we see. I've got a stand and some climbing sticks. If I learn something, I can make a move. But for now, here we are, day 1 here in Indiana. Alright, well, we're in here, and it was a long walk, carrying all my camera equipment and hunting gear, and I got pretty hot when I got up here. No deer yet, and I forgot my beanie. I don't have a beanie, so my wet, sweaty head's cold. I do got this neck gaiter, but that's a mistake, forgetting my beanie. Anyway, I've been tricked a few times already by some squirrels. So hopefully that means I can hear some deer when they get in here, but we're sitting on the edge of this, just a grazing pasture with cows all over it. We're just inside the wood line with all these spill piles. That's what they call it, but it's basically just a bunch of up and down with little ravines, and it's thick, and there's quite a diverse population of trees in here. I see aspens, sycamores, maples, some oaks, cedars, pines. That's what makes it fun coming to new places. It's just a whole new environment. These little spill piles and stuff, they got these little deep spots. I got a couple of them here to my left that just hold water, which is good during the brush is so thick and up and down in here. I mean, those deer could be anywhere. Alright, well, it's about 11:30 or noon. I just ate my sandwich. I was starving. I saw one little spike forkhorn buck. He's spiked, but he's got little splits on the ends. Ran across the field this morning. I couldn't get on him with the camera. And I never seen him again. I lost him. Then I heard something about 20 minutes later. And he was right here to my left, really, really close. By this little swamp thing over here, and he just walked right by. I couldn't even get the camera on him then. Before I knew it, he was gone. And then a little bit later, I saw the back of a doe creep over this hill right here about 60, 70 yards away. I saw the back of a deer. So I got all ready with the camera, and she disappeared. Then I got a glimpse of her going down the hill towards the field. Tried to get the camera on her there, and she disappeared again. So I'm thinking, I'm seeing a common trend in this crazy terrain. You see the deer for just a second, and then they disappear. That's gonna be a problem for trying to get a camera on something and get it shot. Oh, they're kind of locked down and acting weird like they do, you know. You just don't see them moving that much. Maybe figure out if I'm gonna do something different tomorrow, but I'll be right back in this thing set up tomorrow, just because at least I'm familiar with it and I can leave my camera gear in here and I don't have to lug it all in. Anyway, back to hunting. Kept hearing something crunching leaves. I'm like, God, what is that? It's a box turtle walking under my stand. I also guess it's time to feed the cows too. So there's my excitement. I'm filming turtles and listening to cows get fed. It's going good. At least it's sunny. And my lack of a beanie is no longer affecting me negatively. Lots of noises in here. It's so windy. Alright guys, so obviously I'm not still in the same tree stand. Called an audible to another farm here. It's about an hour away. Cameras were showing bucks running back and forth across this field back here. About 12 o'clock, so I know there's a doe in heat back here somewhere. So, made a game call, change. It's so late in the afternoon though, I feel like I'm missing by a good hour or two. But I drove my truck down here, dropped off all my camera equipment, my bow, and everything. Now I've gone back, met the landowners, parked the truck, walking back. So, yeah, hopefully the deer aren't already back here, but you can see it's really pretty green field here. Going back there. That's where we're headed. That's where the deer were going back and forth. This is also where the giant curly was living. I ever really committed to coming to hunt up here. It's because there was a deer of a lifetime that was around here, and I probably wasn't going to get to shoot him, but I'd have loved to film him or been a part of him being harvested, and the landowner next to here harvested him just a few days before I drove up here. So congrats to him. I don't even know his name, but it's a mega giant. But he took a picture with it. I don't even think the guy's wearing any pants. So whoever you are, congratulations. But when you shoot a buck like that, put some pants on. Just a little word of advice. Makes the picture look way better. We are in here, but this is not great. I got to a stand, never checked. The tree that I'm in is dead. I'm talking dead. Like, hear that? Hollow trees is not good. The seed, if I move wrong, it like falls through. So this is just a recon set, but I gotta be careful. If I get a shot, only God made this happen, because it's gonna happen right in front of me. The field's behind me that I want to watch, so let's see if we can learn something. Hopefully I feel safe enough to stand up and try to record, but the sun's gonna be in our eyes. I don't even know if I can show it to you. The stand has a gun rail on it, and the gun rail's gonna be in my way. But the field's out here. Alright, so it is November 13th here in Indiana. It's about 4:45 in the morning, and we are headed to the same farm that we hunted last night, where we got on the field edge and tried to do a little recon where those deer came out of. My buddy Phil's got a stand down in those woods, and he dropped me a pin. He was going to show me how to get there yesterday before I hunted, but his boy got sick and he had to leave. So now all I've got is a pin. On my way out, a decent rack buck kind of came in front of me. I can't tell you, just tips of his ears, maybe outside of it, a little taller. Wasn't a deer I saw from the stand. But so I'm going to try to get in there this morning. All I got is a pin. It's in the middle of the woods. The stand's not on a field edge. So it's in the middle of the woods. I've never gone anywhere near there. I've never even seen this property other than where we walked in the field edge yesterday. So I'm a little nervous about trying to find it this morning in the dark, but I got my 60, 70 pounds worth of stuff in my bog backpack. I got 2 sandwiches. I've got all the camera equipment, all my hunting gear, it's all the mounting stuff for the camera. It's heavy. And so I hope I don't have to walk around in circles looking for this stand and spread my scent around. Hopefully, I use my Onyx hunts, what I use. Hopefully that gets me there. But here it is, Indiana, November 13th. These bucks are surely on the stereotypical lockdown. They are not moving very good. You're not seeing hardly any mature deer. I've been talking to my buddies, Greg Bohannon and Bill McDonald. They're hunting not too far from me. And
at the next stop sign,
gonna be tough on them. Or it's been tough on them too to see any mature bucks. So, but you just got to be in the woods when it's doing that. Those bucks will go looking for new does, and if you're in the right spot when they're looking, you could be that lucky hunter and gets a shot at a mature buck. So let's go hunting here in Indiana. Well, good morning. We made it in here. We actually found the deer stand in the dark pretty successfully. And it no more broke light. And we had this doe come walking down 10 yards from us. And a little buck behind her, a little four-color, I think.
basket rack 8-pointer. This is beautiful in here. This is my favorite spot that I've set so far here in Indiana. This reminds me of a kid growing up out in Nowata, Oklahoma. Just a big creek bottom, big draw where you can see a lot, but now that the leaves are down, you hear deer before you see them most of the time. And I really enjoy hearing a deer before I see it. I don't know if you saw that, but a turkey just flew down out of the roost over there. There's probably going to be some more turkeys coming down. They'll probably be pretty vocal. That's pretty cool, turkey. I don't have a turkey tag. Don't know if I could shoot one even if I did. But man, we're on this great big, this is a creek bottom that goes for, I don't know, Phil said it went for like 10 miles and just, so who knows what could come walking along when you're in one of these big creek bottoms. There's a few shooters on this farm. There's a couple 8-pointers. One of them we call the bully bug. Got really short G3s. His main beams wrap around. And he's just one of those bully deer that don't score well. We shoot that one. And then there's another nice, pretty 8-pointer. Probably mid-130s 8-pointer. He's a 4-year-old. I would definitely consider shooting him. He'd have to come in here and make sure. This is where the big buck lived that went down. This is where Curly frequented. So I'm hoping he's got a long lost twin brother or some of his genetics or something with his genetics comes strolling by. Anyway, I've seen chipmunks, squirrels, turkey and deer already, and the sun hadn't even broke yet. So it's been a good morning. We're sitting all day today. Let's get quiet and still and start listening. Exciting. I had to get my bow ready. This 9:15 a.m. and seen a couple more young bucks come right by the stand here, grunting, running. It was fun. And then I was trying to put my GoPro mount in the tree. And I looked over here and I seen a deer walking in the woods. Trying to scurry and hurry up, just kind of get everything put back in my pocket. And when I looked with my binoculars, at first I thought, oh man, that's one of those 8-pointers that I might want to shoot. And I got the camera out, got the camera on him, and started looking at him a little more. And I don't recognize him. He doesn't have any eye guards, so to speak of. He's about, 17, 18 inch wide. He's pretty wide. Looks like a 3 or 4-year-old. I decided I was just gonna film him and had him at 37 yards, walk right here by me. Something's coming in here. Anyway, I realized I forgot to hit the record button. So I gotta figure out what's coming. But I don't think I got any footage of him, sorry. funny. Then he snort-wheezed. I was trying to slowly move and stuff to get to my bow. I think I might get myself away to the doe that he was with that crossed the creek in front of me. I didn't even know she was there. And she kind of got nervous, and when she took off pounding, he chased her, and then another buck, a young buck, was with her too. That's probably why he was snort-wheezing. So he chased behind the doe, and the young buck chased behind him, but I'm not out of the chips at all on that dude. I mean, this is where he lives, so he can come running that doe right back down here. So I think that's the same doe that's been getting run around all morning. So she keeps bringing different deer by me. Maybe she'll bring him back, or a bigger one. 9:30. Okay, it is 3 p.m. and I think the last time I saw a deer was about 11:30. Seen a basket rack working the top edge over there. I didn't film it. And before that, I'd seen one little buck, little spike. And then I think it was a nubbin buck. I don't think it was a doe. A little before that, but 11:30 is the last deer I've seen. Like I said, it's 3 o'clock. It's warmed up a lot. It's not hot, but it's warmed up. The wind is still really calm, but it switched directions, and it's not an ideal wind, so I'm already thinking about how can I get in here maybe tomorrow midday and hang a stand on the other side of this creek bottom so that I at least have the wind in my favor for any deer down here in the bottom. As it is right now, if a deer comes walking into this bottom, I'm either going to have to get lucky and it doesn't smell me, or I'm going to have to shoot it before it gets downwind of me. And that's not ideal. But I'm stuck here. There's nothing I can do. So let's see if something moves around here in the last couple hours. Some serious chasing going on right there. It's there's 2 or 3 bucks there pushing it down. 5 o'clock, sunset's not till 5:30. I got an hour. I think they're coming back, maybe. It's that same heavy 8-pointer from this morning that we almost got. Real pretty buck. I'd be bummed to get him.
So if you've ever been in this situation, this doe has me pegged. She knows that I'm there. She knows the stand is there. She's heard it make a couple of tinks, noises, and that buck's back there just letting her do her thing. He has no idea what's going on, but she's right here at like 18 yards, and he's way back there at 50, and you have to wait her out, and hopefully you get by her nose and eyes and ears, and somehow you get a chance on this buck. Meh.
Okay, well, he came back. That was the one. That was the one. I had to mouse top him right there. I didn't have. That was going to be my last opportunity, and it wasn't the greatest opportunity, but I need to range that. See, he was right. Right there. Yeah, he was right at 39 yards right there. And I think I kind of hit him in the center of the shoulder, maybe a little bit forward. I don't know. I swore I saw blood coming out, but I don't know, dude. I'm so pumped up. I know I didn't hit him in the guts or anything, but I really don't know exactly where it hit him. Whew. I think he went over 2 ridges there and crashed. I really do. But I'm gonna just take my time, get out and go look for blood here in a second. Watch the video back. I still got light. Oh, I had the GoPro going too. Yeah, you were going. Oh, cool. I hope this works out. This is so hard to self-film and bow hunt mature bucks. So hard. But this was a blast so far, so thank you, Phil, no matter what happens. Let's go see.
All right, guys. So got down out of the stand, went over there to where I shot the deer, marked it real good with the trees and everything. Got out on my hands and knees. I thought I saw blood coming out of him in the video when I tried to watch it back. Now I was zoomed so far out with my camera just to make sure I got him in the frame because they're moving, I'm moving, I'm trying to shoot the deer. It's really hard to do that, so I didn't zoom in. So it's pixelated. But when I watched it and slow mode it back, looks like a bunch of blood sprays out when the arrow gets there. And I knew I hit him kind of towards the shoulder again. This is 2 deer in a row. But anyway, I thought where it hit him, it got his heart. I thought it was that pocket, that low shoulder. As long as it pokes through, it gets the heart. I've done it before. And I thought I saw blood going everywhere, which meant I had the heart. I guess I was wrong. I couldn't find any blood. I was able to follow his kicked up leaves and kind of in the direction he was going. And I found my arrow. And this is it. And there's no blood on it. There's a little mud on it because I stuck it in the ground to remember where I found it. There's 2 deer hairs. And I want you to see how much arrow's on here. The only thing I lost was the metal part. They're standing on the table right there. I'm going both flat down on the table, nocks on the table. All I lost was the metal insert that holds the broadhead. So that deer has him a nice rage broadhead in his shoulder. I found 3 drops of blood, and it wasn't even where the arrow came out. I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked where the arrow came out. That's the most likely place for there to be blood. None. Quit looking after like 100 yards, walking back to the truck towards the farmhouse, and lo and behold, there's 3 little tiny drops of blood when I wasn't even looking anymore. So then I started looking really hard again just to make sure to do the due diligence. But when you hit a deer in the shoulder and you only get that much in there, you're done. The deer's fine. But let's just talk about this for a minute. I mentally am having what I call a man meltdown because I have loved bow hunting and bow hunted since I was a kid. This is 2 deer in a row now that I've had this unfortunate circumstance happen, and I'm blaming myself. And it's actually getting kind of hard on me. It's not like I'm going to cry or anything, but I'm pretty gut-wrenched about it. I'm pretty mad about it. I practice. It's not like I don't practice. I practiced shooting before I got here. When I got here to Indiana, I pulled the target back out, make sure everything was good. Yes, that was a 39-yard shot. That's a far shot for me, but I'm not uncomfortable taking it. I had a perfect little window there where I could float that arrow in, and I thought I did it perfect. I really did. And I didn't. And it is super disheartening. It is super frustrating to put in all this time and effort and sit daylight to dark and that doe had me pegged. She knew something wasn't right, and I had to wait her out, and I finally got my chance. And just to go through all that, and then just to feel like you taste success and then you just fail. It is really, really hard because I've done it twice in a row now. The upside to this one is, the last one I made a great shot, I thought. And it's went viral on Facebook. Over 10 million people have something to say about it. They say it's an AI deer and everything else. It's not. But this one didn't even bleed. That one, I think I got one lung and somehow it lived with one lung. But I don't know. I got to sit down. I need to take a hot shower and just kind of check myself because I don't know if you've ever done this. I don't know if you've ever had this kind of misfortune and you start to question yourself. Like, I'm ready to buy a crossbow. I'm ready, or just, I don't know. I'm just, I love archery hunting though, but right now I don't love it. Like right now I'm doing something wrong or it doesn't love me back. It is the most challenging way, but I want to humanely take the animal. And therein lies, some of the issue with bow hunting sometimes is you can try to do everything right, practice, rehearse, take the right shot, take ethical shots, wait till they're broadside. You can do all that right, and you still might end up not getting the animal or making a bad shot or having some malfunction or nick some twig you don't see. Like, there's a lot to it. I know it's just bow hunting, but it's really easy to be like, man, if I'd had a crossbow tonight, I would have had much more punch power, and I would have went through that shoulder, hit that hard, and that deer would have ran, 50 yards and died. And I thought it did die. I thought I heard the deer pile up. That's not what happened. Anyhow, rifle season starts Saturday. It's Thursday. I can hunt Friday, but it was wrong wind to be back in there. And that was the one mature buck that was in there this morning. I don't know, maybe I'll push him out and a big one come in, but I'm not going back there because I don't have a good wind. Can't hunt there this weekend because some other guys are hunting it. I didn't know that. And this other farm that I can hunt over here real close to this cabin here, still don't have any shooters on camera. And so do I go there? I don't know. I may just go hunt there in the morning anyway because I still got my camera equipment up in that stand and see what I see. And I'll probably have a dream tonight about this one. That's just what happens. But here in Indiana, what a great hunt. Such an awesome hunt today. It was really fun. Lots of action. Everything went down the way I wanted it to go down, except for the ending. And it's just, it's easy to say it's just hunting, but it sucks. It just sucks to deal with that. So maybe we'll get up in the morning, see something cool, redeem ourselves. I don't know what's going to happen, but tomorrow is probably going to be our last hunt here in Indiana. All right, I'm done having my man meltdown, I think, at least for you guys. Click like, click subscribe. Let's keep hunting. So stay tuned next week where I head back out to the woods in Indiana with no expectations, pretty bummed, expecting to hunt one last time, pack my stuff, hit the road, and what I believe to be is my largest archery buck to date comes walking in at 7 steps.